Right after his amazing performance at Lollapalooza Berlin 2025, J-Hope went live from his hotel to talk directly to ARMYs. And as always, it was a very candid and honest stream, and he shared a lot of things, including how he really felt about the show and what didn't go as planned from his perspective. BTS members are such perfectionists, and they always try to get better. And how also he shared about like how much support from fans meant to him, and about like studying English. He shared a lot of things, so we're gonna go through each of them, and as always I will try to provide natural English translation and some context. Okay, so here we go, starting from the beginning. Let's go from 2 minute 8 seconds mark.
안녕하십니까 여러분들. 방금 롤라팔루자 끝나고 호텔 도착했습니다.
There we go. By the way, for those of you who attended my BTS Korean session yesterday, we have learned this word, right? 여러분 meaning everyone. And I've told you, BTS members use this word a lot, so make sure you study that. He said, "Hey everyone, I just got back to the hotel after finishing my Lollapalooza performance." And there we go. He, as always, he deeply values real-time connection with fans. And this is what he did throughout his Hope on the Stage tour. Every time he finished a tour in a certain city, he connected with fans in real time. Two minute 31.
그래도 끝났는데 라이브 켜야 될 것 같아서 켰어요.
Still, I felt like I should turn on a live after the whole thing ended. At first, I was thinking I wouldn't, since it's already late in Korea and all. And yes, it was around like 6 a.m. in Korea, so people are just either still asleep or starting to wake up. And for those who watched his live Berlin concert live, they are probably asleep after watching it super early in the morning, like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. And then he talked about his feelings about his performance. 3 minutes 14 seconds.
네, 개인적으로 좀 아쉬운 부분들이 많았어가지고.
So somebody asked him whether he feels tired, and he said, "I'm not tired, but honestly, there were quite a few things I was personally disappointed about." So the word he used was 아쉽다, which expresses a feeling of like disappointment or regret, or feeling that he could have done better. And he even used the word 슬프다, which means sad, right here.
슬프다, 좀 더 잘할 수 있었는데.
He said, "It makes me a little sad, or I'm a bit sad because I could have done better." And he said, "Wow, did you see like how many seconds he took before saying?"
좀 환경이 좀 많이 달랐어요.
So such a deep reflection. So he said the overall environment felt really different. So I mean, Lollapalooza is such an amazing stage that artists could perform at. But if you were to talk about Hope on the Stage world tour, this is something that J-Hope and his staff, like Big Hit staff, could really own and plan much in advance. Of course, Lollapalooza also, I'm pretty sure J-Hope and his team planned much in advance, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of things that they could not control compared to his own tour, right? So I think here he's expressing his disappointment in himself for the fact that he could have performed better from his perspective if could have like prepared for the different stage environment of Lollapalooza.
온전하게 집중을 했냐 이것도 사실 좀.
And if you look at his expressions, like we rarely get this level of like real-time vulnerability. It's not basking in praise. He's rather reflecting immediately, which says a lot about his artistic standards. Now let's go over to 3 minutes 57 seconds.
네. 근데 진짜
So here he's praising the Berlin crowd.
베를린 아미 여러분들은 진짜 최고였습니다.
But really, Berlin armies were absolutely the best, he said. And everyone who came to Lollapalooza, you guys were just incredible. Seriously.
롤라팔루자에 와주신 관객 여러분들은
진짜
미쳤어요.
미쳤어요. So 미치다 means crazy. But in Korean, nowadays people use that word positively. And it usually means something like incredible or amazing, right? So you guys were just incredible, seriously, he said. And so even in self-doubt, J-Hope centers gratitude, the love that he got from the crowd clearly hit him pretty hard in the best way possible. And yes, as I mentioned in my previous video about my review of 호비팔루자, the audience was really lovely. And amazing. Now back to Hobi. Let's go to
노래 Love You.
5 minute 18 seconds mark.
그래서 지금 시간대가 되게 늦은 시간대라서 라이브를 킬까 말까 하다가 좀 고민을 했었는데 그래도 켜서 들어오는 게 맞을 것 같아서.
Yeah, so it's super late right now, so I debated whether to go live or not, but I felt like I should at least pop in. I'll keep this short and wrap it up soon. So, that push and pull between needing rest and needing to speak, this shows how much he leans on ARMY as both outlet and support. And then he
하고 바로 끌게요.
commented on Jimin.
지민이 봤어요.
지민이 봤어요.
지민이 봤어요. 지민이 바로 연락 왔어요. 지민이는 사실 22년도 롤라에서도 직접 와서 응원도 해줬고 이번에도 진짜 실시간으로 좀 봐주면서 응원을 해줬더라고요.
So he said, I saw Jimin, so some armies mentioned Jimin because as I have talked about, Jimin was live reacting to Hobi's performance through Weverse chat and Instagram story, right? So I saw Jimin watching my performance. He watched the performance and contacted me right away. He actually came in person to cheer me on at Lollapalooza 2022. And indeed, here's a photo of them posing together at Lollapalooza Chicago 2022. And J-Hope said, this time too, he watched in real time and supported me. Thank you, Jimin.
Thank you, Jimin.
And then, 역시 넌 나의
역시
동생.
넌 나의 동생.
As always, you're my little brother, 동생. So yeah, the Brotherhood runs deep. And Jimin wasn't just watching, he was emotionally invested. I love this Brotherhood. So it's a window into how BTS members really show up for each other. All right. And he's back to his reflection about his performance.
나름 되게 그래도 디테일하게 좀 준비를 했다고 생각했는데 막상 하고 나 보니까 좀 여러 가지로 좀 많이 놓쳤다 싶은 것들이 이 공연하는 입장으로서는 좀 있더라고요. 네.
So I really thought I had prepared thoroughly, but after doing it, I realized there were a lot of things I missed. From a performer's point of view, there were definitely things I regret.
아쉬운 거 진짜 많은데 여러분들 앞에서 표현은 못하겠어요. 그래도 여러분들이 막 이렇게 칭찬해 주시고 응원해 주시니까.
It said, there's so much I want to say, but I can't express it at all. Still, all your praise and encouragement mean a lot to me. And again, J-Hope balances harsh self-evaluation with genuine appreciation, so he doesn't hide the gap between his expectations and the result. He owns it himself. And I think, like he said, it has something to do with the environment, right? The stage environment. I mean, when I was a student, I also performed a lot on various stages. And whenever I had a chance, I really wanted to like rehearse as much as possible at the actual setting. But for a Hobi, he couldn't have done that because he was like traveling around. And yeah, Lollapalooza is a very special stage. So I think that's why he's expressing his deep disappointment and regret for the fact that he could have done better, even though he had already prepared thoroughly. And then back to his appreciation for the armies.
일단 베를린에 와주신 우리 아미 여러분들, 그러니까 진짜 전 세계에서 다 오신 것 같고요. 예, 제가 다 봤고
너무 분위기가
너무 좋았습니다.
So to the armies who came to Berlin, it felt like you came from all over the world. I saw it with my own eyes. The energy was amazing, so good. So yeah, what sticks with him the most at the end of the day isn't the technical hiccups, it's the people. So global armies basically turned Berlin into his comfort zone, even in an unfamiliar setup. Then a brief mention of V.
봤더라고요. 고마웠죠.
Yeah, I saw that Taehyung saw it too, and I was really thankful. And as I said in my previous video, V was there, watching his performance through a live stream. So a quick mention, but it matters. Support from other members, even when not on site, carries weight during, whether it's moments of personal doubt or, achievement, because he has set another major milestone.
카메라맨은 알리사와 함께 춤을 추는 모습을 잘 포착하지 못해.
Here he said, I think he read an army's comment. The cameraman didn't really capture the part where J-Hope danced with Alisa.
이번에 저도 그 공연 끝나자마자 저도 바로 모니터를 해봤는데 그 관객 쪽을 좀 많이 잡으시더라고요. 그러니까 이게 여러분들의 반응이 진짜 뜨거웠던 거죠. 네.
He said, I checked the footage right after the show, and the focus was on the crowd, or the cameraman really captured the audience, and he said that just shows how intense the audience reactions were. So, J-Hope is such a perfectionist, but it's also J-Hope, the fan-centered performer. He doesn't complain about the camera missing him, but he notices how fans were the star. And that this portion reminded me of the comment that Jimin wrote during the live stream. Like, 죄송한데 J-Hope 좀 많이 잡아주세요. So he was like referring to the cameraman. Please capture J-Hope the more because I cannot see him. Next, let's move over to 8-minute 54-second mark.
여러분들 진짜 이제
So here's talking about his plans, next step plans after Lola.
이제는 사실 롤라팔루자도 끝났고 저는 조금
Deep reflections. So now that Lollapalooza is over, for me, it's time to refocus. While preparing for BTS activities, I also want to take time to look back on how I have been performing since I got discharged.
BTS 활동 준비를 하면서 겸사겸사 좀
다시 한번
저를 좀
돌이켜보고 means to reflect or to look back on.
내가 그동안 어떻게 활동을 해왔는지를 좀 보면서 조금 오바스러웠다. 이런 게 무조건 있더라고요. 네.
Here it said, there are always moments when I think that was too much or I could have done better. So I'm going to self-check, go over what I have done, and take time to sharpen myself again.
그리고 좀 더 이때는 이렇게 하면은 좋을 것 같은데 또 있었고 그러니까 제가 전역하고 나서부터 해서 쭉 그동안 되짚어 보면서 좀 안 되겠다. 뭐 이거는 이렇게 해서 좀 수련을 하는 그런 시간을 가져야 되지 않을까라는 생각이 듭니다.
Yeah, and here was a moment of deep self-realignment, you know. It's not just moving forward, it's regrounding. And this section really shows his discipline and clarity about growth. And mind you, J-Hope has done a lot ever since his military discharge. And I've talked about this when I talked about Jin. These two guys were tirelessly working in their own ways. So it's just amazing. And now that his, I don't know, this period of solo activities is over, basically, until the next time, J-Hope really wants to take time to reflect upon the past few months of his solo activities, you know. So, there we go. Then
롤라팔루자 이렇게 전 세계에서 시청도 많이 해주시고
back to his
마지막까지 응원해 주셔서 진짜 너무 감사합니다. 여러분들 덕분에 진짜 네 제가 뭐라고 진짜 감사합니다.
back to appreciation. How humble he is. So he said, but really, thank you so much for tuning in from around the world and cheering me on till the very end. I'm not even sure I deserve all this. Thank you. I really, really mean it. And yeah, when he said 제가 뭐라고,
네.
제가 진짜 뭐라고.
네. 진짜 네. 제가 뭐라고.
제가 뭐라고 means like I'm nothing, you know. So he's basically saying that I'm not even sure I deserve all this. So this humility hits hard, you know. In a moment where most would like bask in success, he's overwhelmed by the love he has received. So this is gratitude, pure and unfiltered. And this moment reminded me of what Jin said a couple days ago and yesterday, right, during his Osaka concert. So here's what Jin said during the concert. All of you are such a blessing in my life. Today feels like such a surreal experience. I've been here many times with the members and filled this place together. But this is my first time doing it alone. And honestly, I never thought it would be possible. But thanks to every single one of you who came here tonight and to everyone watching from afar, you made something I once thought impossible come true. I'm truly, deeply grateful you have made this moment happen. I will never forget what you have given me today. Thank you so much, everyone. So, yeah, this humility is a pattern that rings through each member of BTS, which is why I, you know, it's one of 1,000 reasons why I really appreciate and love this group.
감사합니다.
Yeah.
너무너무 감사합니다.
Yeah, he said it for the third time.
guys.
Fourth time. All right. Then he talks about his appetite.
입맛이 뚝 사라졌어요.
This is something that Jin also talked about in his live stream after his concert. So he said, honestly, I'm starving right now, but I have totally lost my appetite. And according to Jin, he loses his appetite after concert, especially because he drinks so much water before and after the concert, his performance. And yeah, this happens when you're so tired, even when you're like super hungry and starving, you lose an appetite, right? So And then this was interesting. His desire to learn English.
저 진짜 이제 그 좀 한번 해볼 거거든요, 영어.
영어 means English. So he said, I'm really going to give it a go. I don't know how long it will take, but I'm trying to increase my input a lot right now.
영어 해볼 거고
Meaning he's planning to
모르겠어요.
watch a lot of contents in English. So that's what he means by input.
시간이 얼마나 걸릴지는 모르겠는데 예, 지금 일단은 인풋 자체를 되게 많이 늘리고 있어요.
Yeah, you heard the word input, right? And after that, he said, even changed my algorithm, and I'm sure he is referring to YouTube algorithm, to English content. I'm listening a lot, repeating out loud, and when I go to the US, I'll also take English lessons.
말해서 그런 알고리즘도 좀 많이 바꾸고 있고
Algorithm.
영어 관련된 걸로 네 그래서 듣는 거를 좀 많이 듣고 따라도 많이 해보고
And then he said,
따로 영어 레슨도 받을 거고
yeah, I'll take an
진짜
English
좀
lesson.
해보고 싶어요.
Yeah, and he said, I really want to do this. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm sure there will be multiple reasons for him to learn English or wanting to learn English, but one of them, a major one, being the bridging the gap between him and international fans. So this part is J-Hope as a communicator, and it's interesting because a lot of armies are learning Korean so that they want to better communicate with BTS members, and now J-Hope. This is the other way around. BTS members wanting to study English so that they can communicate better.
One step
13 minutes, 45 seconds.
그래도 재밌었다. 진짜 재밌었어요.
Still, it was fun. So he's back to reflections about his performance, 호비팔루자. It was really fun. I did a lot of things I wanted to try. Now it's time to step back and evaluate myself calmly. I think I need to go through a process of refining everything again.
많이 했으니까
Here. 이제 진짜
냉정하게
내
내 스스로가 평가를 해보고
평가를 해보고 evaluation.
네, 좀 다듬어 나아가는 과정을 이제 거쳐야 될 것 같아요.
And 다듬다, refining. So now it's time to step back and evaluate myself calmly. I think I need to go through a process of refining everything again. So yeah, even in the face of regret, joy coexists because he said it was super fun. So this duality, being proud and self-critical is what keeps J-Hope evolving, and yeah, seeing this balance in real time is really great. And then he's talking about fitness.
이 무슨 말을 하는 don't understand. 이제 진짜
운동 means working out or fitness.
이제 진짜 좀 운동도 좀 제대로 해보려고요.
There you go. I'm also going to get back into exercising properly. I really want to take better care of my health.
건강
I've actually been working out a lot, more than people probably realize. But I have a naturally slim frame, so it's not easy to bulk up. And this reminded me of Jimin said. So this was what Jimin said during the Weverse Live, OT Weverse Live. Jin started off. I never once thought Hobi would show his abs. And then, wasn't it Jimin who said so RM said, I saw Hobi working out on the 17th floor of HYBE headquarters in Yongsan, and then the members expressed surprise. And RM commented, J-Hope only did abs for 30 minutes and then left. Just straight up ab works out. And there's a reason for that, and J-Hope will talk about pretty soon. But Jimin said, J-Hope's fat is literally shaped like abs. And it's always been like that. It's unreal. Meaning for J-Hope is super easy to have abs, like perfect abs like this, because he's designed like that, according to Jimin. So
좀
back to what
생기면서
Hope said.
운동을 여러분들 진짜 이거는 정말 저 나름대로 생각보다 운동 열심히 했어요.
Yeah. So I've actually been working out a lot more than people probably realize, but I have a naturally slim frame, so it's not easy to bulk up. I focused on core exercises, and he said heavy weights don't work well for me. I get injured easily.
제가 원체 마른 체질이라서
This is what he said.
그 코어 운동을 좀 열심히 했고요. 왜냐면 제가
15 minutes, 53
무거운
seconds.
무게를 들면은 다쳐요. 네.
Getting hurt, getting injured. So heavy weights don't work well for me. I get injured easily. I have hurt myself before, even in the army and before.
저도 한두 번 해본 게 아니거든요. 군대에서도 많이 해봤고.
데뷔 전에도.
뭐 데뷔 전에도 운동을 할 때 했는데.
And even before debut.
다치더라고요. 팔목이 너무 얇아서.
My wrists are thin, so I get hurt easily. 팔목 means wrist. And 다치다 means to get hurt, to get injured. And he said, if I get injured, I cannot do my main job. So I work out very carefully.
호흡을 못하니까 그래서 되게 저는 조심스럽게 운동을 하는 편이거든요.
조심스럽게 means carefully. 운동, fitness, working out, I said, right? So he's not chasing aesthetics, he's prioritizing health and sustainability. Classic J-Hope, right? So this moment really, highlights how much thought he puts into maintaining himself for performance longevity, so to say.
막 엄청 지금 친구들 태영이나 정국이 뭐 남준이 이런 친구들처럼 왁 이렇게 할 수가 없는 부분이 없지 않아 있어요.
He said, I cannot work out like Taehyung, Jungkook, or Namjoon, who are like intensely working out. I'm assuming they're doing intense, like heavyweight workouts.
네, 근데 이제는 그 방법을 좀 찾아가지고 저도 제 스스로 조금 운동을 좀 하면서.
But I have found my own way, and I'm trying to stick to it. And I'm exactly like J-Hope. I love working out, running, and doing exercises, but I'm not really a heavyweight guy because. So I'm really like, I get it, what J-Hope is saying. So again, rather than compare, he is adapting, and every member has a different body and rhythm, and J-Hope has found his own method with humility and intention. So, and then
정말 쉽습니다.
talking about language again.
진짜 어려운데.
So, one army wrote a comment, I'm learning Korean, and J-Hope is saying, Korean is so hard, that is amazing. And indeed, Korean language is not easy to learn. Which is why I've been trying to teach my subscribers.
한국어 어려워요.
Korean is difficult.
Eat anything. 입맛이 없다가 영어로 볼까?
So someone said eat anything, and J-Hope is asking himself, what's the English for 입맛이 없다? It means
No 입맛.
no 입맛. In English, we would say no appetite, right? I have lost an appetite.
아니 유튜브에서 그걸 봤어요. 제 주변에서도 그렇게 했고.
He's talking about
영어를
English again.
일단은 조금 더 익숙해지려면은 좀 많이 이렇게 좀 듣고 말해봐야 된다고 하더라고요.
Yeah, so he said, I saw that on YouTube. People say that to get better at English, you've got to listen a lot, speak a lot, and repeat things over and over. And that's what I'm doing right now. Even for the Lollapalooza Ment, I try to prepare quite deeply. And yeah, especially at the the end of his ment for his 호비팔루자 Berlin, he delivered his ment in English, right? And as I said yesterday, to learn a language, you gotta use it a lot. And from my perspective, the most important thing is to learn through contents that you really appreciate. So for you guys, those who want to learn Korean through your favorite artist content, BTS, right? So for Hobi, we'll see what kinds of content that he'll be using
그리고
to learn English.
반복해서 조금 계속 말해보는.
Yep. So this is J-Hope the learner, right? Humbling himself to the process, and he's literally practicing live and making himself vulnerable to mistakes just to connect better.
그런 것들을 좀 해야 된다고 하는데. 팔루자 멘트도.
All right, we're at 18 minutes 30 seconds.
사람 진짜 많더라. 롤라팔루자.
Man, there were so many people at Lola. I was seriously surprised. Yesterday, I watched IVE perform and Gracie Abrams and Justin Timberlake.
친구들 공연도 보고.
Gracie.
그 그레이시 공연도 보고 저스틴 팀버레이크 공연도 봤는데.
Yep, and indeed, where is it? Right here. And he shared on his Instagram story, right? Gracie Abrams. So IVE performed at Lola, Gracie Abrams, and Justin Timberlake. And he also posted this message: "Be safe."
더 되게 많게 느껴지는 그런 부분이 좀 있는 것 같아요. 네.
Here it said, when you're on stage, it feels like the crowd is even bigger. And that's the magic of festivals, right? He said.
이런 게 있었어요. 아이브 친구들도 너무 잘했고요. 네.
IVE was awesome. And speaking of IVE, where is it? I was gonna... Yeah, so here's... vibing to Kitsch by IVE. And then one member from IVE. Do I have this? Yeah, so the audience was huge and amazing. J-Hope tagged IVE on his Instagram story, being kind and supportive as always. And J-Hope said during military days, IVE were like queens for him and his friends. His favorite song was Off the Record. And yeah, he was recently featured in 매점 가요, 인기 가요 contest, right? And one of the MCs, a member of IVE. And this is 가을, right? Yeah, 가을 from IVE thanked J-Hope for his support through an app called Bubble. It said, J-Hope 선배님 really supported us, so I was really thankful. And he cheered us up when he left. Wow, Bubble AI translation is even worse than Weverse. I'm assuming that these orange letter or orange phrases are AI translated. And it's too unfortunate that I cannot see J-Hope's 선배님's performance tomorrow, but we are going to cheer him from afar too. So, yeah, I love that interaction.
그레이시 공연도 너무 감동적이었고, 근데 중간에 통제가 잘 안 됐다고 해가지고 그레이시 공연 때는 너무 아쉽게도 좀 제가 미리 빠졌거든요. 네.
Gracie's show was amazing too. Unfortunately, I had to leave Gracie's performance early due to crowd control issues. And I told her I was sorry I couldn't stay to the end. We talked and took a photo together, he said. Yeah. So, Gracie 5 years ago, was excited that Hoseok played her song on his live stream and expressed her love for him. Gracie today, jhope himself attended her performance at Lollapalooza and followed her on TikTok. So congratulations to Gracie for setting her own milestone. And then he talks about JT.
같이 이야기하면서 뭐 사진 찍고.
Yeah, so instead of just focusing on himself, he always shines a light on others, right? And that admiration for a fellow artist, plus his regrets at not being able to stay longer, is quite sincere and generous.
팀브레이크 JT 공연도 사실 JT는 여러분들 저는 그 어렸을 때부터 NSYNC를 진짜 좋아했어요. 네.
I also watched JT Justin Timberlake show. I've loved NSYNC since I was a kid. I used to
NSYNC 음악 들으면서
prepare for auditions, listening to their songs, and NSYNC was basically my first ever pop song. Is it?
되게 나름 오디션 준비를 했었죠.
And here's a interesting video that I found. jhope dancing to NSYNC. This I promise you. Wanna check this out? This is from 2016, September 3rd. Wait, who filmed this? That was hilarious. So there you go. So this is a full circle moment for him. Watching someone he admired as a kid, now as a global performer himself. It's like, the little dreamer inside him was watching alongside. So that was pretty cute. 21 minute 54 seconds. A fan, K-Army, I'm assuming, commented.
영혼 가출. 그리고 너를 보러 갔음. 호바 한국에서 베를린으로 너를 보러 갔음. 힘들지만 미친 듯이 원했어. 영혼 가출.
I went all the way from Korea to Berlin to see you, Hobi. It was super tiring, but I cheered on like crazy.
감사합니다.
And again, jhope expressing his deep appreciation for his fans.
한국에서 베를린까지 심지어 저도 왔잖아요. 직항이 없어요.
Yeah, it's that there's no direct flight, right? From Korea to Berlin. You have to stop in Paris.
직항이 없어. 파리 갔다가 경유해야 되잖아요.
직항 means direct flight. And he just said, yeah, you have to stop in Paris.
거의 한 17시간 걸리더라고요. 베를린까지. 진짜 너무 감사합니다.
It takes about 17 hours. And indeed. Alright, so this is NSYNC. NSYNC was an American vocal group and pop boy band formed by Chris in Orlando, Florida in 1995 and launched in Germany by BMG Ariola Munich. The group consists of Kirkpatrick, JC Chasez, Joy Tone, JT, and Lancet Bass. And then, yeah, there's no direct flight from Korea to Berlin because of various reasons, including not much demand and the infrastructure, airport infrastructure issues, and low profitability, and like system issues. So he's expressing his love and thankfulness for his fans who came all the way to Berlin from Korea.
제가 잘할게요, 진짜.
잘할게요.
더 잘할게요. 너무 감사해요.
I'll do even better
진심이에요.
for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
대박인데요. 나 놀란 게 모나리자를
Here is about to talk about fan chants, amazing fan chants at 호비팔루자.
다 따라 부르시는 거예요, 진짜.
The fan chants were crazy today. I was especially shocked when everyone sang Mona Lisa. And yeah, that was crazy. Let me just play this For copyright issue, I will turn off the screen. Where is it? Mona Lisa. Oh, right here. Hey. Hey. Mona Lisa, I don't like it. I like it, girl. Get a conversation. Oh. Yeah, that was amazing. So jhope said, where is it? I was especially shocked when everyone sang Mona Lisa. Like everyone, I couldn't believe it. And later on, he will also talk about the fan chant again. But yeah, when the crowd sings your lyrics back to you, that's validation at its purest, right? And for a solo stage, that kind of moment hits even harder.
진짜 I like my girls pretty so fine. I like my girls pretty so fine. Oh, wow. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Army Boys was crazy.
The voice of armies was crazy. That's it. Now, his travel plans. 28 minutes. 57-second mark.
jhope으로 가나요?
Someone asked, are you going to Korea or the US next?
바로 미국으로는 안 가고요. 그 한국 잠깐 들려야 돼요. 예, 뭐 챙겨올 게 있어가지고 한국 잠깐 들려서 있다가 예, 출국할 것 같아요. 얼마 있다가 바로 출국할 것 같아요.
So I'm not heading to the US right away. I'll stop by Korea first to grab some stuff and then fly out again pretty soon. So, yeah. 잠깐 means briefly or for a moment.
뭐 사실 저는 이게 쉬는 거고 여러분들과 함께 소통하는 게 예, 제가 좋아하는 거니까.
He said, to be honest, this doesn't feel like work. Like talking with you like this is something I really enjoy.
Gracias. Thank you.
So yeah, even with this tight schedule, he expressed his appreciation for the experience and for the communications with his fans, right?
Sprite or coffee. 요즘 커피도 많이 안 마셔요. 커피도 요즘은 디카페인 위주로.
He has not been drinking coffee.
3 a.m.인 와.
When he does, he drinks decaf.
care. 호비 너랑 이야기하려고 한국어로 배웠어.
One fan commented, I learned Korean just to talk to you.
저도 여러분들이랑 소통하기 위해서 좀 더 마음을 일상을 여러 가지를 공유하기 위해서 저도 이제 진짜 해야 될 것 같아요.
영어. Yep, English again. I want to share more of my daily life with you, and to do that, I really need to start speaking English. Yeah. Let's do this. I mean, gosh, I kind of want to teach English to jhope. And well, what I can do is teaching Korean to armies, international armies. It's always a two-way communication, right? So let's do this. He said, I was really going to study English while I was in the military.
Sorry.
But then, I guess it didn't really happen.
Did you eat?
Let's see.
핑클 응원법 대박이더라. 근데 그
Yeah, fan chant again.
롤라팔루자에서 죽여준다 정우성을 들으니까 좀 어지럽게 하더라.
So fan chant for Killing a Girl was insane, and he said it really was. And hearing 죽여준다 정우성 at Lola made me dizzy in the best way. So I'm gonna watch that. Turning off the cam again. Right here. 정우성 죽여준다 정우성 Killing a Girl. I love this. And 1K Army wrote, so this is the fan chant for Kill It Girl. 사랑한다 적어서 기다렸다 적어서 죽여준다 적어서 Killing It Girl means we love you Hobi, we've been waiting for you Hobi, and you're killing it Hobi. And this army said, is this Berlin or Korean music show? Love it.
그 팬은 베를린에서도 하셨지 않아요? 팬분들이?
Yeah, so the fans at Berlin did that fan chant as well. So
롤라팔루자. 아니 연이 좀 깊은 것 같아요. 예, 너무 고맙기도 하고 너무 재밌는 페스티벌인 것 같아요.
So I feel like Lollapalooza and I have a special connection. I'm so grateful, and it's such a fun festival. And here is referring to his 2022 Chicago performance, right? And yeah. And then he did more communication. Briefly talk about K-pop Demon Hunters. Someone asked him,
K-pop 데모? 데모 그거
do you see K-pop Demon Hunters?
K-pop 데모 헌터즈죠.
The Netflix film. And he said he saw it. He's singing the Golden, which is one of the soundtracks from the film. And he likes it. Oh, he's pretty good. Something like that.
노래 좋더라.
Yep, he said it was good. The song is amazing. The vocals are super high pitched, right?
저도 그 봤어요. 그러니까 너무 궁금했죠.
Yeah, and he watched it because everybody was talking about it. And even RM during the OT live mentions at the very end of the Weverse live, right? And Jungkook said, "Did you watch it? Wasn't it so good?" So it seems like all the BTS members, I'm assuming, have watched it. Yeah. All right, so let's wrap up. Let's move over to sing along to Golden. This track kind of sounds like IVE. What was it? There's a title track that IVE did a few months ago. Not off the record.
너무 오랜만에 진짜 잠깐 켜가지고 여러분들한테 너무 고맙다라는 말을 하고 싶어가지고 킨 건데 너무 오래 했네요. 죄송합니다.
Yeah, he said, it's been a while since I did a live like this. I only meant to come on quickly to say thank you, but I stayed longer than I thought. Sorry about that. But I think it's time to slowly wrap things up for all of us.
모두를 위해 time to get or
then,
it's never too long.
Oh,
He is
jhope.
our after party is coming to an end.
Nice.
It's never too long. Sleep well, baby.
Yeah, I can see he's really wanting to learn English and communicate with international fans in English. So I really
Pop dance, soda pop dance.
respect that.
이거
Soda Pop. That's also a popular track from K-pop Demon Hunters.
너무 감사했습니다. 이제 슬슬 마무리해야 될 것 같고요.
So here's his final words. Thank you so much.
너무 감사했고.
Thank you. He's gonna say
잊지 않겠습니다.
Yeah, 잊다 means forget. So 잊지 않겠습니다. I won't forget this. I will carry this gratitude with me. 멋진 모습으로 멋져져서 and come back even cooler. And then he ended his live stream after saying thank you a couple more times. Thank you, Army. You're my best. And he said good night, adios, gracias, love you, and thank you. And at the very end, he said thank you again for watching Lollapalooza. And if I get the chance, I'll definitely see you again, even in the US. Where is it? 41 minutes 20 seconds, 27 seconds.
저도 나중에 기회 되면은 더 찾아올게요. 미국에서도.
Yeah. So he's hinting that he'll be, turning on lives even in the States. Speaking of which, Jimin and Jungkook and V turn on live. And then Jungkook, I saw him doing a live almost immediately after, and he sang lots of songs. So I'll be covering that as well. So again, this Weverse live wasn't just a post-show check-in. It was J-Hope's way of processing the night in real time with the people who matter most to him, and that is ARMY. And yeah, he showed not just his high standards as a performer, but his tenderness, humility, and growth mindset as a person. So he shared about his performance regrets, and also fitness reflections, and fan chants, Mona Lisa, Killing a Girl fan chants. And yeah, every part of this stream was filled with honesty and warmth. All right, so let me know which part was most interesting for you and most memorable. And if you have any information that I have left out or I was wrong about, feel free to fill in the gaps, and feel free to contribute to the discussions. All right, and when you do so, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Once again, congratulations to J-Hope for killing it at Hobi팔루자 Berlin, and congratulations to all of us for having witnessed another milestone set by BTS members. All right, peace and love. Bye-bye. I hope this was informative and helpful.